Hello guys, this is Phil and you are most welcome to today's tutorial. For today, I am super and overly excited to give you a tutorial on 6 different practices you can adopt to improve your web design. Now, without wasting much time, let's quickly go and find out how you can improve your web design in 6 different ways. Let's go. The first practice to help you improve your website design or your web design is to have an intuitive navigation. And what is an intuitive navigation? An intuitive navigation simply means that your website visitor should know exactly where to go to find a specific information they are looking for on your website. That is an intuitive navigation. And simplifying your navigation is the first trick to improve your web design. Your navigation should be just so simple that everyone at all can have access to it, understand it, and can know exactly where to go to find a specific information. Your navigation must be so simple that even a child can access your website or know exactly what to do when they land onto your website. And this example right here, which is the Virgin website, is a good example of having an intuitive navigation and also a simple and smooth navigation. Let's check it out. So right here is their navigation. So if you want information about the Virgin website, all you have to do is to just click on this drop down arrow and you'll find all the information right here. So if you want to learn more about their stories, all you have to do is to click on our story, and it's just going to open a page on their story for you, and you can read whatever information that you want to read. If you want latest information, all you have to do is to click on latest, and it gives you information about your latest information. If you want to know more about Virgin Group, all you have to do is to click on it, and you can see that it has other information under it. So if it's overview, if it's senior team, if it's news, just click on it, and it just leads you from one page to the other without any struggle. So as you clearly saw in the example, this is a very good website with an intuitive navigation, and it's very smooth and easy to use. And this is just one way to improve your website design. The second practice to improve your website's design is to have compelling and also appealing call to action buttons. Now, call to action buttons are the greatest way, or one of the coolest way to help you improve your website's design. Now, once you have a call to action button that is bold, that is visible, that is well designed, and is in the eye of the viewer, then what you are doing is that you are increasing the chances that your website visitor will be turned into a highly paying customer. This is very good. That is why you're supposed to take time to design your call to action button. Make sure that it is simple, it is clear, it has actionable languages, and also it is bold and visible, and the website visitor will never miss seeing your call to action button on your website. Now, this website right here is a good example of having compelling and appealing call to action buttons, which can never be missed. Let's check this out. So right here, you can see that there's a big call to action button right here. It says talk with an advisor. And also this call to action button is visible because of the color of the text. It's white. And there's no way you are going to miss these 2 bold call to action buttons. When you scroll down to the page, you realize that their call to action buttons are very big and they are very visible as well. They tell you exactly what you should do on the page. And there's no way that any site visitor can miss this call to action button. Just look at this one. This one is very big, bold, visible, clear, has an actionable language. It says, learn more about the ask, you answer. You see, this is exactly how you're supposed to be designing your call to action buttons. So if you don't want your website visitor to miss your call to action buttons, or if you also want to improve on your website design, then make sure that your call to action button is bold, visible, you're using the right color so that it comes out well. Then your website visitor is going to take an action, and it will even land you a conversion in the first place. So as you are improving your web design, you are also working towards increasing conversion. So you're winning 2 things by just doing one thing right. So always make sure that your call to action button is compelling and also appealing as well. The third practice you can adopt to improve your website is to have a mobile-friendly website. Now, make sure that you are optimizing your website so that it is more mobile-friendly. Now, take note that a website that does not meet website visitors' expectations is more likely to be abandoned. And also, don't forget that 80% of website visitors have access to information on their mobile phone. So, it is very important to make sure that you optimize your website for the mobile phone. The fourth way you can improve your website's design is to insert or add media elements onto your website. This is very crucial because people or website visitors respond to video content, respond to images. So it's very important to add a combination of content. If it's video, if it's images, if it's a text, if it's audio, just have a mixture of content on your website because people respond, online visitors respond to videos and images better than reading a text. And also don't forget that online visitors do not like to read. They always scan for information. So adding a video, adding an image or an audio onto your website is one great way to intrigue their online presence. And this website right here did the best by adding a variety of content onto the website. Let's check it out. Now you can see right here that when you log onto the website, it quickly starts playing a video for you. Okay, the video is going to upload soon. You can see that there's a quick video at the background right here. And this is a great content, all right? Now, when you scroll down, it also has images and their text. And this is a very beautiful website mixed with different content. So you're not seeing only text or you're not seeing only images, but it has a variety of content. Now, once your website has a variety of content like text, images, audios, videos, it just makes your website beautiful. And it's also one great way to improve your website design. And it also intrigues your website visitors to even stay longer on your website because your website is beautiful and provides that sense of comfort for them to stay longer on your website. So you can also add a variety of content or add media elements to your website if you want to improve your website's design. The fifth practice or the fifth tip I have for you on how to improve your website's design is to make sure that you are not using images that are poorly optimized. Always use images that are highly optimized. And for your image to be highly optimized, it shouldn't be pixelated. Make sure that your image used on your website is visible and clear and also sends the direct messages to your website visitors. Now, this is an example of a bad image which is not optimized at all. This is a very poorly optimization, and you shouldn't be using images like this on your website. Let's look at a good example. Now, this right here is a good example, a very great example of an image that is highly optimized. You can see whatever information that is there. You can see right here that it is visible, it is clear, and these are examples of images you should be using on your website and not the previous one. Now let's quickly look at a website that has highly optimized images, which will also give you inspiration on how to use images on your website. Let's check that out. This website right here is a very good example of highly optimized images. So you can see right here that all the images are very visible, all the images are very clear, they are neatly optimized and highly optimized, and it gives you clarity, gives you information, and you can also have access to whatever image or whatever information the image is trying to convey. And this is a good example, a good practice you can adopt anytime you want to create your website or anytime you want to improve on your website's design. So always make sure that you are using highly optimized images and your images are not pixelated. That is one great way to improve your website's design. Another sure way to improve your web design is to add a social proof. Now, if your website users see impactful testimonies from real people, they'll be more willing to take an action on your website, whether it's to patronize your services or buy a product. Let's not forget that website visitors are very skeptical when they venture on a website, especially when it's their first time, and they feel reluctant to take an action on that website. So for you to solve this problem, what you can do is to add a social proof, which help build trust on the side of the website visitor and on your website. And you can do this by dedicating a whole page of your website by just giving only customer testimonies. And this is a great way to improve your website as well. Now, this website right here is a good example of adding a social proof to your website. Let's check it out. So on this website, they offer exercises and also coaching, and they give advices on health and a lot of things on exercises. Now, when you scroll down, you can see that there's a customer testimony right here. This is a whole section that has been dedicated to testimonies. So you can quickly read through whatever testimony that is here, and this will help you build trust, and it's also going to encourage a first-time visitor to take an action on this website. So you can read whatever testimony that is here. If you're satisfied and you are good with it, then it is more likely that your website visitor is going to take an action on your website. Now, when it comes to adding social proof, it can be in the form of a text, it can be in the form of a video, it can be images and a text. You have to create variety. It shouldn't be only in a text. You can use any of these or different content to show testimonials on your webpage. And this is one great way to improve on your website. The last thing I want to leave with you is that improving your website's design is not only to make your website beautiful, it's not only to make sure that your website has good navigation, but it's to make sure that your website is more user-friendly, and also your website is most importantly giving value to your website visitors. And one other important thing is that your website is bringing you more revenue or landing you into more conversions. These are the most important reason why you always need to be improving your website's design, just to make sure that your customers or your site visitors or online visitors are happy and you are fulfilling their purpose by giving them value, and you're also getting more conversions and more revenue from your website. So always make sure that you keep improving on your web design. And with all these 6 practices or 6 tips I have given you, I'm sure you know exactly what to do to improve on your website's design. Thank you for sticking with me from the beginning to the end. I am super grateful. If you have learned something new for today, all you have to do is to please click on the subscribe button right below, and I promise to always come your way with more useful and educative content for you to learn something new. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next tutorial.